Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's Report. Well, y'all, I know I haven't filmed much today. It is Wednesday, pre-Thanksgiving. I just had my coffee this morning. It's in the afternoon. You hear the buzzer going off. Started prepping for Thanksgiving. And look what I find here. Who's the culprit of taking toys out of their tote? It's that one right there. They're definitely getting excited, like I'm making them some kind of Thanksgiving dinner. This is not for you. This is not. I know you think it is, right? You're like, do I get it? You wouldn't even like this. No. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to kind of preview a little bit. Sorry, the camera's kind of wonky. So I'm prepping technically for tonight and tomorrow, because this will make enough for both meals. Yes, even on the day of Thanksgiving. So if you're a channel member, you could probably guess what I'm making right now. This month, the channel member, sorry y'all, hold on. There we go. The channel member recipe of the month, since it's already over, was cabbage au gratin. So I sent out that recipe, and we had fun on the 19th making that. I know that a few joined us in making it for the month. And, oops, I'm sorry, my camera skills are evidently lacking today. So that was so much fun, y'all. I love doing the cook-alongs. I really, really enjoy it. So today, if those that saw, I got like this huge head of cabbage, or Heath did whenever he went to the store. It's the biggest head of cabbage I think I've ever seen in my life. Like, this isn't even half of that one cabbage. I still have like a fourth of it left. So, I'm making this cabbage au gratin dish. It is so freaking good. If y'all want me to do a video, I'll do a video on it. Comment below. But basically, I mean, oh my gosh, you guys. It's so good. Like, I have made it so many times. Of course, I did make it before I sent it to our channel members. I just want to make sure I had any kinks worked out. And then we had fun cooking it. It's so tasty. It's definitely got the fall flavors, as I put a lot of different herbs and seasonings. You know, basically every herb and seasoning that you use this time of year, right? Straighten that one out there. But yes, that's what I made, and I have made it probably a half dozen times in a month's span because it's just so freaking good. I just can't stop. So I'm going to put more salt on this side. Ooh, that looks good. So I basically roasted this cauliflower a total of like 45 minutes. So it is 4 o'clock. Perfect. So I am going to put this back in the oven while, like he thinks, if I wait here, maybe she'll drop for me. No, sir. And look, I found some oven cleaner. I got it pretty clean, that glass. I was pretty impressed. Okay, so it's going back in, Sam. No, there's no treat for you yet. Oh, I said the wrong word. No, nothing yet, boy. He's so And I'm sure y'all hear Miss Delilah. She's always scrounging around. She's like my scavenger dog. Okay, and then for dinner tonight, pre-Thanksgiving, we got this po man's brisket. Basically, Heath got a chuck roast really cheap. And he already smoked it last Saturday. We will have that video coming out soon. So I'm going to put it in the oven to start warming up. And, And then we're not going to eat all of it. We'll be eating part of it tonight. And I know he's going to have part for his lunch tomorrow. Yes, he's eating lunch on Thanksgiving. How many of y'all still eat like 2 or 3 meals on Thanksgiving Day? Like, I'm holding out. I'm holding out for the big load dinner. So it might not be 90% fat tomorrow because I am having ham. And I freaking love ham. But anyhow. But yes, there's our spices. Alright, y'all. Thank you. And I'm going to go back to work because the workday ain't done yet. And then I'll show you some more as we cook it. Right? Say bye, Delilah. Don't believe his lies. He just ate. It's been like 0.2 seconds, right? And even though he has the slow feed, he gobbled it up, y'all. Like, seriously. And of course, his sister, Delilah's got to be like, oh, I got to double check. Because what if there was like a smidget he did not get up? So I'm going to re-lick everywhere he's licked. So weird. Okay, so continuing on with making dinner. So here's what we got going on. I have jalapenos. He buys these by the bushels. Do jalapenos come in bushels? Anyhow, so we're having 1 whole jalapeno each with a little bit of that cheese. It's like ½ an ounce. And then he also got, look at these ginormous mushrooms, y'all. Look how, and these were the small ones. Look how big that is. And these are just like the cheap. Look how huge. Look at this. That's a huge mushroom. They're big. Anyhow, so he always likes to have those also stuffed with cheese or cream cheese. I just use whatever. Sometimes it's like the first thing I find. And then I just put it in our handy dandy air fryer and put it on for 10 minutes and it comes out perfect. Let's take a look at our cabbage au gratin. Ooh, that's looking good. It's getting melting. Awesome. All right, I am making Heath some deviled eggs. That's his favorite thing I think in the world, but they have to be made at least a day ahead of time so they're nice and cold. So I've got his deviled eggs, or his egg halves. I made the mixture. I didn't have any pickles, y'all. I don't know where all our, we haven't homemade any pickles in like over a week now. We definitely need to make some. I mean, we got the cucumbers, but we don't have any pickle relish either. So that's fine. It's going to be delicious. I already tasted it. And then we always dust ours with our pork and poultry rub. So if you have a rub, here's something else you could use it for. So, you know, eggs are our poultry. But anyhow, this is wonderful. Sprinkled on top of the eggs once you fill them. Definitely try it. Let us know what you think. All right, y'all. All that cauliflower has been roasted. So underneath all this cheese, there's some heavy cream. I did add a serrano pepper. And then it's topped with 3 types of cheese. Because it's au gratin, y'all. So I'm going to put that in the oven here. Ooh. Oh, wait. There's a little piece on the side. Can't leave that one. I'm just going to put it in there for, I think, 25 minutes or something. You would think I would know by now, but... Okay. And then, I got some mushrooms and jalapenos I'm going to be making. And a good friend of mine sent me a cheese and nice box. Anyways, it's all stuff from Vermont. That's like his favorite place, Woodstock. And so every year, for the past several years, he sends me like this little gift box full of different cheeses from Vermont, a summer sausage, and of course, Vermont maple syrup, which I'm like, okay. So I have a neighbor, and she's really sweet, and so I just basically, like there was a pancake mix, the syrup, and, oh yeah, some jam. So I just package it all together, and I give it to her, because she still eats all that stuff. So I was going to do that, or we just donate it to, you know, the food bank here in Houston. They have them at each of the grocery stores. But I know my neighbor will like that, and that'll be a nice little gift for her and her husband for the holidays, you know, to make up pancakes and stuff. So now what I'm doing is I'm getting the dog's food. I'll spare you the details because, you know, it is kind of gross. It's just raw meat, so it doesn't bother me, but I know some people might be bothered by looking at raw meat. But this is their blend that I get them, called Prey Model Compliant, whatever. But you can see what's in there. So they do get the bones and everything else, and I just weigh out their food and serve it up. And I mean, you'll never guess who's waiting here. Like, I have standing attention until I make their food, y'all. Yum, y'all. That's all I can say is yum. I've already started diving in, getting a piece out, but ooh, you gotta get you some of this. Alright, we're good. We're set up for dinner now. So for Wednesday night's dinner, I've got my horseradish cheddar stuffed jalapenos. And then what I did, y'all are like, that bowl is dirty. That's when I mixed the stuff for the deviled eggs. Ain't gonna let it go to waste. That stuff is good. So what I did, these wood boards, thank you, Renee. We don't like putting like wet, gooey, liquidy type stuff. So this has some heavy cream in it. And I was like, well, I don't want to put it on the wood. So I put it in the bowl, and then I could just scrape all that goodness. You know, waste not, want not, right? And then I've got about 3 ounces of this Po Man's brisket. Look at that smoke ring. And then I do have some mayo. That's what we put in this container. There. So I'll be eating the mayo. Ooh, really focused. And then in my jug right here, it's just water. That's it. And that's my dinner, y'all. It's raining on this happy Thanksgiving Day, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a wonderful, safe, delicious day. I hope you made some amazing food. And yeah, I just woke up. On days like this, when I'm off, he lets me sleep in. I can't say he lets me like he's gonna stop me. But yeah, so I slept in, but he doesn't make my coffee because he knows I like it hot and fresh. So I'm about to make that. But look, every time I see the rain, can you guess what song I'm thinking of? So, I'm just getting up, y'all. And look, no makeup, nothing. Not that I wear makeup. But anyways, just barely getting up. But I do have on, look, my bacon avocado salt shirt. That's from Redmond's. But anyways, I'm about to make me some coffee. So I thought I'd share with you how I do my coffee. Oh, yeah. It's about to go down. Thank you, Jen. I'm finally able to start working on this one. This is my little coffee area. See? Got that. Look at that. Isn't this cup so cute? And then there's my teas, actually. And there's my little Cthulhu or octopus. He's got green tea in him. different iodine mixtures. And look, yes, I still keep my Halloween stuff out, especially for coffee. And then more tea behind there. So yes, tea. So let's get to the coffee, because that's what we're having today. I generally have tea like, that sounds good, on a cold winter's night. So I'm just going to I don't fill it all the way. I fill it most of the way. Okay, and I felt a bean went somewhere. Okay, let me put the lid on. This is my grinder. This is why I like fresh whole beans, because then I grind to order. And see, I'm okay. Whenever I get something brand new, I keep all the stickers on it. I don't know, am I weird? I just, like, I don't want to admit that it's used now. So if I keep the stickers on it, it's forever new, right? So I'm just going to hit this to start grinding. Well, oh, I have to plug it in first. The audacity. Okay, now it should work. Okay, it has ground. Look at that. I do a fine to medium ground, like halfway between. Okay, here's my Chemex. So I always do, if it's really good coffee that I want to savor, I'll do 3 scoops. If it's like a grocery store coffee, I'll do 4. I prefer 4, but I don't want to go through my good coffee so fast. So, and 3 is actually, it's sufficient. You know, it's still good coffee flavor and everything. And it is strong enough for me in that. If I can, there we go. Okay, so, coffee in my Chemex. Got my hot water. This is just going to be 1 cup. I always do 2 of these. But first, I'm going to kind of cover those. And because of Maitreya, I learned about blooming. And so I'm just going to let that fully soak in for a couple of minutes. And then we'll start pouring the rest. Another thing, I'm making this Thanksgiving morning, is something for us tonight. Look, okay, I'm just going to use my hands. Can you guess what this is? I mean, you could always fast forward and you'll see. So I'm doing 7 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to plug that in the microwave for a couple minutes. When we come back, you'll see what it is. Pouring the butter in. Now, since my cup's dirty, I'm going to fill it with water. Have you guessed yet? Boom! I'm making a blueberry pie creamy tonight for Thanksgiving. That's our dessert. And we got some frozen wild blueberry, well, they're not wild, but frozen blueberries. And we'll be adding those as a mix-in. Yeah. It smells really good. There's the creamy. Well, it's right to the line. Should I put my coffee in this? Blueberry hinted coffee? Maybe. And that's it. And I got the blue lid. So I'll know it's the blue one. And we'll be having that tonight. You'll see it later. Ooh, looks good. I say that a lot, don't I? But I love the foam on this. And again, just that new coffee with 5 tablespoons of coconut oil. And I did just whatever was left of the Ketochow is in there. But I tasted the coffee before I added all the stuffs, and it is really good. It has a very, like, I felt like I was having a cup of bourbon, but then none of the, like, alcohol, like, oh my gosh, that's bourbon. But, you know, that kind of smoky, kind of warming to the throat kind of feeling that you get with a good bourbon or scotch or whiskey. And now I'm just adding this. So it's very good. Thank you so much, Jen. I'm so excited to have this now for the next week, basically. And just enjoy another type of coffee. It was really good, and I'm going to really enjoy eating on this. So I put my cinnamon. Gotta have cinnamon. And I'm good to go, y'all. Now I can have it. Now that I'm having my cup of coffee, then I'll finally be awake, and then I can start cleaning and then getting everything ready, prepped, and started in the oven. Messy bun. Do y'all know what that means? I am freaking excited, y'all. Look, one of the channel members, the HungryHorde, sent this to me. This is that spin mop I was talking about. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so freaking excited. Like, I've only used the Swiffer for like the last 10 years. Probably not the best thing. I don't know. It was cheap and that's what I used. But look at this. So it tells you how to use it. Oh, and to get the refill. Oh, wow. Look at all the lot of products they have. But easy ring. And then look at all these. Look at all those. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Look, just piles of them. And then there is, of course, the bucket, right? With the handle. So it's got like a handle so I can easily move it. And then right here is where you step on it. Well, I guess I gotta get my foot in there. Probably have to go barefoot here. But, wow, so then I'm getting even more exercise in. And then here's the mop, and the handle expands. So I'm going to get this together, and I'm going to start cleaning. I know it's Thanksgiving, but, I mean, I started sweeping already. So that's like the first step. So you got his mat up there. But I'm going to start cleaning and clean the cabinets. I'm so freaking excited. And then I was looking in the pantry, right? And I've only had one cup of coffee. I still got to have more coffee. But when I was looking in the pantry, right, I found like this box of all these old, I mean, these are probably a decade old, but I think they're still good. Cleaning products. I think an old roommate I had before, Heath, left all of this stuff. And so I'm going to use that. And then I got the vinegar. And I was cleaning the sinks because they said you put baking soda and then vinegar, and then it cleans it up. And then you scrub afterwards with, you know, soap and all. So it looks like you got it pretty clean. I mean, the places on TikTok or the TikTok channels where they do clean, I mean, their stuff looks brand new. And, I mean, I have standards, but I don't think mine are going to be brand new standards. But I was listening to somebody, they said, you know the reason why theirs always looks so freaking clean? That's, if you're looking at that, say, dude, that's disgusting. That's our little catch-all, and he empties that out daily. But anyways, they were like, you know why their house always looks perfect? It's because that's their full-time job is cleaning. So they're literally cleaning every single day, several times a day, making videos. So yeah, if you had a full-time job of 8 hours a day to just clean and got paid for cleaning, your place would look brand new too. And let's be honest, I think the majority, if not all of us, work full-time or have other things that we, you know, being a parent and everything else, that's full-time work too. So it's not just, a classic job, working. And cleaning is not. I don't know anybody whose cleaning is their job. If it's your job, comment below. Let me know. All right, I'm going to get this set up. I can't do it with one hand. And then I'll show you. Like, it's so old that it won't pop out even after I open it. But it says it's an all-purpose cleaner. I double-checked. Says it'll be good on laminate floors. Says it's great for kitchen cabinets. Like, supposed to be everything. So, let's see. I know this isn't just what I'm eating, but we're going to get this going. So, I got my mop filled. I got my broom, and I'm going to start. We're going to do floor to top to floor, whatever. Okay, that's how I feel. I'm halfway through. I've got the front half of the house done. Now I got to finish the hall, the 2 bathrooms. I did refresh our guest room because we have a guest on their way. If you guess who. And so, yeah, whew, that works up a sweat, y'all. Like, I know some people say, oh, I love to walk or ride a bicycle or run because, it makes me feel so good. I'm like the type that walking or running or, maybe even a bicycle. I used to really enjoy riding bikes, but I just, like, I have to have a point to something. Does that make sense? Like, I have to have an end goal. So just walking around the subdivision, it just seems very boring to me. And I'm just the type that if it's boring, I don't want to do it. Like, I might do it a couple times, but it's like, what's the point? But if I went on a nature walk or went to, like, the zoo or the arboretum, those type of things, I would walk and not even notice because I love it. Like, when we went to Niagara Falls, we walked 11 miles that day, and it didn't bother me at all. And then cleaning, I enjoy cleaning. It makes me feel good. I like seeing things clean. And so that's a way of working out without, like, working out. Does that make sense? But anyways, since I been working hard, sweating up. Ooh, that glare is awful. Sorry, you guys. Since I've been doing that. Ooh, we went on a dance, didn't we? I did fill in an Element Tea raspberry drink. Oh, that tastes good. Because I am waiting to eat so I can go crazy in Thanksgiving meals. And then, the dogs have really, really been helping today, haven't y'all? They're like, oh my gosh, we're the best helpers in the world. Look at us. We're staying out of your way. Which sometimes that is a lot of help. Y'all, I have collapsed into the couch, but the cleaning's done. I'm really impressed with this spin mop. It's so easy to use. And I mean, when I poured out the water, it was horrible. So obviously it's cleaning probably better than the Swiffer has, since the Swiffer doesn't seem to be that dirty. I don't know. Anyhow, it was awful. But I feel like the house looks cleaner. It smells good. That orange stuff kind of gives a little orangey scent to the house. But excuse me. But I am going to start cooking because it's almost 3, so I need to get everything going. I'm going to start on the Porking Good stuffing. It's just a pork rind base stuffing. I made their recipe last year and it turned out fantabulous. So I'm going to do it again. The only thing different I'm going to do is, of course, we're going to add some Texas 5 spice because all of us like it spicy. And I saw that Air Frying Auntie added some pork and poultry rub to her. So, of course, I got to do that. And I'm going to add the cornbread flavoring and see if that gives a little, because my favorite was always cornbread dressing. So we're going to do that. We'll get started on that pretty soon. The ham and the steaks. And whew, the next couple hours are going to go flying by. But I'll do a little cook along if you don't mind. So this one will probably be a little bit longer because I'll do the Thanksgiving cook along. Okay, so getting ready on the Porking Good stuffing. Look at all this stuff here. That's actually mozzarella. It's not sour cream, but we will be using sour cream. Some butter and eggs. There's our steaks I'm letting come to room temperature. And I've got my oven on 350. I might be using this pan. That's what we reheated the roast in. So there's all those good juices and bits. So I might use it to cook this in. We'll see. It is an awfully big pan, and I don't like it to be really thin pork stuffing or stuffing. Anyways, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to get started. First things in, gonna stir it all up and get it in the pan. So I did 1.5 times the recipe. I would have done double, but I ran out of pork panko, so I could only do 1.5, and that filled that dish. I think this is a 12 by 15. I don't know. I can't. It's a Pyrex, yeah. But it's my big. It used to be my lasagna dish until I got like an official lasagna dish. But anyways, you see, like, there's my 12-inch cast iron. So you see how big this thing is. So, mixed it all up. I did add the pork and poultry seasoning and salt, pepper, garlic. Because, I mean, I just feel like everything needs salt. So, I'm going to get this in the oven, 450. And it says for 25 minutes. Wow, that is hot. Y'all see the steam, right? Okay. And there is, like, I got some broccoli and cauliflower roasting, and that's gonna make a cheesy broccoli cauliflower dish. There's that. 25 minutes. Let me set that. Woo, I'm excited. This stuff is good, y'all. There's the aftermath. So I trying to think. I think I need to go get the ham. And let's see, deviled eggs is made. I'm trying to think what else I need to make. Let me refer to my notes, y'all. It is one rainy Thanksgiving. I feel so bad that our special guest is having to drive in this. But I'm so glad to have family coming, y'all. I'm really excited. I just feel bad that they're driving in this crapola. But look, see, our covered deck still leaks. We need to get up there and figure out where the actual leaks are and like fill them. Heath is just not sure if that would hold him. I mean, I think it would. I don't know what the weight limit is on those plastic things. But anyhow, ooh, feet are getting wet. Look at this. I already have a lake, y'all. Brand new lake here. Isn't that awesome? I have lakefront property. But it's Texas, so I know next week we're going to be back in the 80s. So it'll dry right up. And you can kind of see where Sam has tried to dig a few times. We're trying to curtail that. But guess what 80s song is now on my mind? This morning was a different song. Now I have a new song, y'all. Can't help it. I like songs always flash in my mind with certain things. Is anybody else the same way? It is out of the oven now. Look how good that looks. Look, somebody just had to try a little, you know, quality control. Anybody else a taster? Like, when you cook, you have to taste? Now, I don't have any celery. I just totally forgot. Oh, well. I'm not a huge fan of celery. I mean, it's good, but I got my onions and I got mushrooms. Got my butter and some dried seasonings. So the next step is basically cooking all of those. And while this cools, it's getting cool because look, I put my hand on it. While this cools, and then we'll basically, you could have this as a loaf, but we'll chunk it up, you know, like the size you would normally for a stuffing. And then this is the ham. Said to heat it up, wrap it in aluminum foil, put a little water in there, and it'll take about 75 minutes. And then here's those vegetables I roasted. They might have got a little too roasted. That's fine. They still taste really good, just like that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some heavy cream. I just have like a couple tablespoons left. And 3 different types of cheeses. Really make it very cheesy, almost reminiscent of like a mac and cheese, but, you know, with vegetables. And then my other tip when it comes to cleaning, because, you know, you're using a lot of stuff. Like I was using that pan, that bowl, is I just clean as I go. That's just what I do. It's just easier, especially if a pan is still hot. Now, you don't want to burn yourself, but like this pan, I got it out of the oven after a few minutes. Then I was able to handle it, but it was still hot enough. So it just seems like it's easier to get stuff off of a hot pan or dish versus one that's come all the way down to room temperature. That it kind of like seals in the crusties. So that got cleaned off. And then I cleaned my little spatula. It's drying right now. So that's what I do. I try to minimize. There's Heath. Oh. Trying to minimize cleanup afterwards, because let's be honest, after you've eaten a whole huge amount of food, who wants to do the dishes? Does that man?
Never.
He's actually running the dishwasher for me. So I'm just gonna start sauteing those vegetables and get that going. And then I think we have about, about an hour and a half until dinner time. And he got to go home early. They said, hey, we're too slow. You can have the rest of the day off, right?
Happy Thanksgiving.
That's awesome. Pull this out. My veggies are soft. I just have them on low. But look at that, y'all. That looks like bread to me. Like, seriously. That looks like the cornbread I used to make all the time. I'm just going to not dice, but, you know, chunk it up. Nice size chunks. There's the pan. We got all that beef grease off of it, basically. So this is going to be perfect. So here's what it looks like. Like, that's perfect, y'all. So I just got to add the seasonings and the onions and tomatoes and then get it back in the oven and we're good to go. All right, it's Thanksgiving, y'all. So I got my ham. That's what I was really looking forward to. All this looks good. That's the porky good stuffing. That's my cauliflower au gratin. It's my cheesy broccoli and cauliflower. And then our special guest, our guest brought loaded cauliflower mash and then top it with some pretty green onions. They did so well. Are you happy it's Thanksgiving? What do you have to say?
Hi.
You're supposed to say happy Thanksgiving, everyone. HungryHorde.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. HungryHorde.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Hey!
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. It's Friday, y'all. So, that means it's going to be the Friday Night Live. So, we are using leftovers. But can you guess what we're going to make with some of those leftovers? Now, this isn't sour cream. It's actually mozzarella. And there's some ham. So, what do y'all think we're going to make? Give me guesses. I mean, if you watch the Friday Night Live, then you'll know. But yes, I didn't think I'd be able to record later, so I wanted to just get on here. Oh yeah, here's another part of it. All right. Happy Saturday morning. So here I am getting ready. I woke up dreaming of those kolaches, so that's currently in the oven. And I'm about to make some coffee. Alright, y'all. Look at this adorable mug that Renee has. Looks so cute. It's her little travel mug with, oh, that says save on both sides. Got my coffee in here with my coconut oil. 5 tablespoons for the 2 cups of coffee. And I'm going to blend this right up. Today's cup of the day, or mug of the day, is by Grounds and Hounds Coffee Company. It's actually, they serve coffee, and what it is, or sell coffee. Proceeds go towards helping shelter dogs. Hence the name Grounds and Hounds, right? But I love this mug. I got it, and I thought it's so appropriate because we got so many hounds today. Look, of course, I got My two right here, you know, they rarely stray far from me. Look, Delilah's getting all excited because she's like, I heard my cousins. There's one. Hey. Oh, look. There's Renee.
Good morning.
And then I think Jolly is still in her room. He doesn't like to venture off. But yes, there's Heath. Y'all missed him. My camera can't get all of him in because he's so tall. Right? What do you guys think? What do you think, Sam? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, look. My goodness. Are you mistreated, Delilah? Oh, you poor baby. I know. Oh my gosh. Sam's just like, ooh, in a few minutes we go out and run and play. Run and play. Right, Delilah? She's like, I'm done. I'm done playing. Oh, so sweet. All right, I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee this wonderful morning. All right, y'all, I forgot earlier. I was so hungry. I gobbled up the ham kolaches, but I did just a third of a slice in each one today with the half a slice of cheese, but it was still delicious. So we are now out doing errands, and of course I had to go to Dutch Bros. And what I got in here is a sugar-free hot German chocolate. They use Torani syrups. I wouldn't recommend it for every day, but I do this maybe twice a month. So that's what I'm having. Dinner time, y'all, on this Saturday night. I was trying to remember what night it was. And look, my perfect soup mug. And of course it's purple inside. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter. Now I'm going to add some Ketochow pumpkin sausage soup. And I'll show you the rest. There's that pumpkin soup. Ooh, look at the steam coming off. So now I'm going to add some spicy olive oil. Just a way of getting fat. So I want to do 3 tablespoons. Which should be 40. All over? No? Oh, wow. I'm really getting close there, y'all. Come on. Come on. Ah, perfect. Completely empty other than, you know, all the seasoning in there. And then to the soup, which I know that's like, oh, but to the soup, I got some avocado and jalapenos I'm going to be adding to it. So I'll show you once it's all plated. It is a little messy, and if you hear crunching, that's Heath. But I topped it with the half of an avocado. I've got some jalapenos, serranos, a little bit of habaneros. And we do have this recipe video coming out soon, y'all. And then, of course, I had to top with some Redmond smoked salt to bring out the smokiness even more. But I'm excited. It's late, and we're finally having dinner. I have not eaten since this morning. It is Sunday night after all the aftermath, and all I'm eating today, just omatting it. Honestly, everything that I ate Thursday, and then Friday, and then yesterday, I feel like, oh, I just need the day to, like, recuperate. So all I had is my coffee today. And for dinner, I'm going to have some more of that pumpkin sausage soup. I added 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 ounces of sour cream. I know you can't see under all the vegetables. A half an avocado, and of course there's some jalapenos in there. And on the side is 1 jalapeno stuffed with a sausage goat cheese stuffing. And then to drink will be my water And I'll probably have a cup of coffee after this. I always feel like when I watch Maitreya, I need coffee. But yes, that's been my day today. Just kind of cleaning up, resting. Definitely slept in late today, so I get plenty of rest. And that's really it. So I'll show you when I have my coffee later, because I think I will put some heavy cream in that. All right, ending the day with my coffee, and I have about 2 tablespoons of heavy cream that I whipped up, and I topped it with some toasted coconut and pumpkin pie spice. Happy Monday morning. So does anyone else have this in the morning? See a little paw there? Heath does shut the door because otherwise Samson almost makes it impossible for me to get dressed. For some reason, he doesn't like when I try to put clothes on. So look at that. Look at that little paw. Not very little. Okay, y'all ready for this? Oh, of course. Good morning, babies. Happy Monday morning. It's the last Monday of November, y'all. So that means we only have 1 month left of 22. Wow. So leave me a comment below. What is one thing you are proud you accomplished this year? And then yes, all that behind me, that's how I store the stuff I sell on Etsy. I wrap, after I list each item, I wrap them and I put them in totes. That way, hopefully they don't get broken. Not a guarantee, because I have broke stuff before in there. But yeah, this is my office and storage for my Etsy stuff. Have a great day. Y'all, this cup is so much smaller than my normal mugs that I use that I'm getting like 3 cups of coffee. So even though it's the same amount of coffee, it feels like extra coffee. And then today I have a few minutes. So if you've been waiting for this, I have got that out in the mail for you. Make sure you email HungryHeath@gmail.com if you're interested in any samples. Here we go, y'all. Monday lunch. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a little lunch because I made 1.5 times that stuffing. Made a lot. And we just, I noticed, don't eat a lot of sides. Like, it truly is like a side. Like, it's just a little bit added. And with me doing high fat, I really don't eat much sides. Like, butter's my side, for example. So what I did, it's that Porky Good cornbread stuffing. You know, hint, hint, not real cornbread. And I put 2 tablespoons of butter. And then I've got 2 ounces of ham here. And that's my lunch. Oh, a little green onion for flair. Monday night dinner, having a little cup of that pumpkin sausage soup with 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 ounce of sour cream, some jalapenos, and little green onions. Half of a jalapeno stuffed with the sausage stuff, that recipe that came out this past Monday. A couple slices of some homemade pickles we made, and a homemade jalapeno in that. And then my 1877 water, and that'll make my day.